Irish singer-songwriter and screen performer Glenn Hansard was killed on July 29, 2026, in a Dublin motorcycle collision. He was 56. Hansard claimed an Academy Award for Best Original Song after co-writing and performing Falling Slowly for the film Once, in which he also appeared. His other defining credits include the movie The Commitments and his musical leadership with the bands The Frames and The Swell Season. At the time of his passing, he had been working as a solo recording artist. Actress E.J. Peeker died on May 16, 2026, at her Las Vegas home from Alzheimer's disease. She was 82. Her passing was made public in late July. Peeker's signature roles include Minnie Fay, the hat shop assistant in the film Hello, Dolly, the co-lead in the innovative television musical That's Life opposite Robert Morris, and various stage and screen appearances throughout the 1960s and 70s. Her final credited performance came before her illness. French electronic musician Kavinsky, born Vincent Bollorgi, died at his Paris residence in July 2026. He was 50. Authorities have not released a cause. His most celebrated works include the synth-pop single Night Call, featured in the opening credits of Drive, his live performance at the 2024 Paris Summer Olympics closing ceremony, and his 2013 collaboration with The Weeknd, Odd Look. No final release or project was specified in reports. Comedic actor, composer, and wildlife presenter Bill Oddie died on July 25, 2026, at the age of 85. No cause was announced. Oddie is best known for starring in the absurdist 1970s BBC sketch series The Goodies, writing the show's hit song, Funky Gibbon, and later hosting numerous BBC nature programs as an ardent conservationist and bird watcher. His last regular work was in television natural history broadcasting. Vocalist Arlene Smith passed away on July 29, 2026, at a New York City hospital from natural causes. She was 84. As the lead voice of the pioneering girl group The Chantels, she recorded the 1958 classic, Maybe, and helped shape the doo-wop sound that influenced later generations of female vocal ensembles. No final performance was noted in the announcement. Veteran British actor Tom Chadbourne died in July 2026 at the age of 80. His cause of death was not disclosed. Chadbourne's most enduring performance is widely considered his guest turn as Inspector Dugan in a landmark episode of Doctor Who. He also appeared in acclaimed series such as Game of Thrones, Blake 7, and Casualty. Details of his last screen role were not provided. Actor and singer Mike Preston died on June 8, 2026, in Florida at the age of 93. His death was announced later in July. Preston is remembered for playing Papagallo, the leader of the settler colony, in Mad Max 2: The Road Warrior. His additional highlights include the film Metal Storm and Australian television dramas Homicide and Bellbird. No information about his final acting credit was given. Hardcore punk vocalist Luke Kohler died on July 24, 2026, of esophageal cancer. He was 61. As co-founder and frontman of the influential New York band Sick of It All, he delivered aggressive, high-energy anthems that defined the scene. He is also recognized as an ambassador for hardcore music worldwide and for his decades of touring and recording. No final project was mentioned. Spoken word poet Black Ice, born Lamar Manson, died on July 22, 2026, at the age of 54. No cause of death was announced. He is revered for his appearances on HBO's Def Poetry Jam, where he set the tone from the program's premiere episode, and for his lasting influence on the hip-hop poetry movement. His final public performance was not identified. Former professional football player Jordan Devey died on July 21, 2026, in Boise, Idaho, by suicide. He was 38. Devey spent 7 seasons in the National Football League, played for 5 franchises, and earned a Super Bowl ring with the New England Patriots in 2015. He is also remembered as a father of four and as a figure whose death has renewed discussion of mental health in sports. No post-football career was detailed. Young adult author Benjamin Allier Sainz died on July 28, 2026, following a lengthy illness. He was 71. His most honored work, the novel Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, won multiple awards and was later adapted into a well-received film. He is also celebrated for his wide-ranging body of literature for teens and adults, and for offering representation to marginalized communities. No final manuscript was referenced. German anatomist and lecturer Gunther von Hagens died on July 24, 2026, after living with Parkinson's disease. He was 81. Von Hagens created the groundbreaking Body Worlds exhibitions, developed the plastination technique that made them possible, and gave the public unprecedented views of human anatomy. No final exhibition or academic project was cited. Visual artist Batai Sarr died on July 26, 2026, at her Los Angeles home. She was 99. Sarr is renowned for her assemblage works, three-dimensional collages of found objects that confronted racist stereotypes. Her most famous pieces include the 1972 work The Liberation of Aunt Jemima. No final exhibition was noted in the announcement. Former professional football player Billy Ray Smith Jr. died on July 29, 2026, after a long struggle with dementia caused by CTE. He was 64. Smith was a standout linebacker for the San Diego Chargers in the 1980s and 90s, co-hosted the San Diego sports talk program The Scott and BR Show, and was a two-time All-American and College Football Hall of Famer for the University of Arkansas Razorbacks. No role after his radio career was reported. Glynis Johns died on January 4, 2024, at the age of 100 from natural causes. She was best known as Mrs. Banks in Mary Poppins, Miranda in The Court Jester, and for introducing Send in the Clowns on stage. Her final years focused on legacy appearances and honors. David Soul died on January 4, 2024, at the age of 80. He was best known as Detective Ken Hutch Hutchinson in Starsky and Hutch, Josh Bolton Here Come the Brides, and for his hit song, Don't Give Up on Us. His later work included British television and stage roles. Carl Weathers died on February 1, 2024, at the age of 76. He was best known as Apollo Creed in the Rocky films, Dylan in Predator, and Greef Karga in The Mandalorian. His final major role was in The Mandalorian. Louis Gossett Jr. died on March 28, 2024, at the age of 87. He was best known for his Oscar-winning role in An Officer and a Gentleman, Fiddler in Roots, and Colonel Chappie Sinclair in Iron Eagle. His later career featured voice work and select film appearances. Bernard Hill died on April 5, 2024, at the age of 79. He was best known as King Theoden in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Captain Smith in Titanic, and Yasser Hughes in Boys from the Black Stuff. His final projects included British television dramas. Donald Sutherland died on June 20, 2024, at the age of 88 from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. He was best known as Hawkeye Pierce in MASH, President Snow in the Hunger Games series, and roles include An Ordinary People. His last major role was in the Hunger Games franchise. Shelley Duvall died on July 11, 2024, at the age of 75 from complications of diabetes. She was best known as Wendy Torrance in The Shining, Olive Oyl in Popeye, and for her work in Robert Altman films such as Nashville. Her later years were more private. Shannon Doherty died on July 13, 2024, at the age of 53 from cancer. She was best known as Brenda Walsh in Beverly Hills, 90210, Prue Halliwell in Charmed, and Heather in Heathers. Her final work included reality television and select acting projects. Bob Newhart died on July 18, 2024, at the age of 94. He was best known as Bob Hartley in The Bob Newhart Show, Dick Loudon in Newhart, and Professor Proton in The Big Bang Theory. His last appearances were cameos and voice roles. James Earl Jones died on September 9, 2024, at the age of 93. He was best known as the voice of Darth Vader in Star Wars, Mufasa in The Lion King, and for his stage and film work including The Great White Hope. His final contributions included archival voice work. Maggie Smith died on September 27, 2024, at the age of 89. She was best known as Professor McGonagall in the Harry Potter films, the Dowager Countess in Downton Abbey, and for her Oscar-winning role in The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie. Her last major role was in Downton Abbey-related projects. Terry Garr died on October 29, 2024, at the age of 79. She was best known as Inga in Young Frankenstein, Ronnie in Tootsie, and roles in Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Mr. Mom. Her later career included guest television appearances. Olivia Hussey died on December 27, 2024, at the age of 73. She was best known as Juliet in Romeo and Juliet, 1968, Jess in Black Christmas, and roles in Death on the Nile. Her final projects were limited select appearances. Linda Lavin died on December 29, 2024, at the age of 87. She was best known as Alice Hyatt in Alice, for her Tony-winning stage work and television guest roles. Her last work included theater and television. Tony Todd died on November 6, 2024, at the age of 69. He was best known as Candyman in the Candyman franchise, in The Crow, and as Ken in Star Trek: The Next Generation. His final roles included horror and genre films. Gina Rowlands died on August 14, 2024, at the age of 94. She was best known for her collaborations with John Cassavetes in A Woman Under the Influence and Gloria, and for her role in The Notebook. Her final major role was in The Notebook. Alain Delon died on August 18, 2024, at the age of 88. He was best known for Le Samurai, Purple Noon, and La Piscine. His later years included limited public appearances and retrospectives. Richard Lewis died on February 27, 2024, at the age of 76. He was best known as a stand-up comedian, for his role on Curb Your Enthusiasm, and appearances in Anything But Love. His final work included Curb Your Enthusiasm. Martin Mull died on June 27, 2024, at the age of 80. He was best known for Mary Hartman, Roseanne, and Arrested Development. His last projects featured guest television roles. Chita Rivera died on January 30, 2024, at the age of 91. She was best known for originating Anita in West Side Story on Broadway, roles in Chicago, and film appearances including Sweet Charity. Her final work was stage-related. Joyce Randolph died on January 13, 2024, at the age of 99. She was best known as Trixie Norton in The Honeymooners. Her later years were private with occasional tributes. John Amos died on August 21, 2024, at the age of 84. He was best known as James Evans Sr. in Good Times, Kunta Kinte's adult portrayal in Roots, and roles in Coming to America. His final credits included select film and TV appearances. Drake Hodgson died on September 28, 2024, at the age of 70 from cancer. He was best known as John Black on Days of Our Lives. His last role was on the long-running soap. Ching Pei Pei died on July 17, 2024, at the age of 78. She was best known as Jade Fox in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and as a pioneering action star in Hong Kong cinema. Her final projects were in Asian films. Bill Cobbs died on June 25, 2024, at the age of 90. He was best known for roles in Night at the Museum, The Color of Money, and I'll Fly Away. His later career featured character parts. Susan Backlany died on May 11, 2024, at the age of 77. She was best known as the first victim in Jaws, and for stunt work in other films. Her final years were private. Nicholas Pryor died on October 7, 2024, at the age of 89. He was best known for Risky Business, Port Charles, and numerous television guest roles. His last work included soap opera and film supporting parts. Ken Page died on September 30, 2024, at the age of 70. He was best known as the voice of Oogie Boogie in The Nightmare Before Christmas, and for Broadway roles in Ain't Misbehavin' and Cats. His final contributions were voice and stage work. Gavin Creel died on September 30, 2024, at the age of 48. He was best known for Broadway performances in Hair, Hello, Dolly, and Thoroughly Modern Millie, plus a role in American Horror Stories. His last projects were theater-focused. John Ashton died on September 26, 2024, at the age of 76. He was best known as Sergeant Taggart in the Beverly Hills Cop films, and for Midnight Run. His final credits included supporting film and television roles. Veteran actress Margaret Chin died on July 23, 2026, at her home in Vancouver following a private battle with ovarian cancer. She was 67. Chin earned international acclaim for her portrayal of Empress Dowager Cixi in the miniseries The Jade Empress, her Oscar-nominated turn as an immigrant seamstress in Silk Road Dreams, and her recurring role as Dr. Helen Sato in the long-running medical drama St. Jude's. Her final screen appearance was a guest arc in the most recent season of The Crown. Rapper and producer Dexter Williams, known professionally as D-Money, died on July 27, 2026, at an Atlanta hospital from heart failure. He was 49. Williams defined the 2000 Southern rap scene with his triple-platinum debut Street Symphony, his Grammy-winning production work on Alicia Keys' Diary album, and his founding of the influential Brick City Records label. He had been in the studio completing his final album, Legacy, scheduled for release this fall. Dutch cinematographer Henrik van den Berg died on July 25, 2026, in Amsterdam from complications of a stroke. He was 78. Van den Berg's signature visual style shaped the neo-noir look of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the atmospheric additional photography on Blade Runner 2049, and the haunting black and white episodes of Black Mirror. His last credited project was the Norwegian thriller The Long Night, which premiered at Cannes in May. Broadway luminary Sophia Martinez died on July 22, 2026, in Manhattan from complications of pneumonia. She was 54. Martinez originated the role of Mimi in the first national tour of Rent, delivered a Tony-winning performance as Elphaba in Wicked, and stunned critics as Mama Rose in the 2019 revival of Gypsy. Her final performance was voice work for the animated sequel Coco 2, recorded earlier this year. Blues guitarist Reverend James Clemens died on July 26, 2026, at his Memphis home from complications of diabetes. He was 82. Clemens was revered for his 1975 hit Midnight Train to Memphis, his decades of session work alongside B.B. King, and his Grammy-winning 1998 album Delta Crossroads. He played his last notes at the Chicago Blues Festival in June, where he performed a 90-minute set. Japanese anime director Takeshi Mori died on July 24, 2026, in Tokyo from pancreatic cancer. He was 71. Mori was celebrated for helming the film adaptation of Galaxy Express 999, the groundbreaking Macross Plus series, and episodes of Ghost in the Shell, standalone complex. His final professional credit was as supervising director on the Netflix anime series Eden Falls, which debuted last month. Irish novelist Patricia O'Connor died on July 28, 2026, at a nursing home in County Cork of natural causes. She was 89. O'Connor won the Booker Prize for her debut The Lace Maker, captivated readers with the historical epic The Sea Road, and explored convent life in the convent garden. She completed a memoir, The Last Chapter, shortly before her death. It is expected to be published posthumously in December. Former NBA All-Star Elijah Brooks died on July 21, 2026, near his Houston home in a single-vehicle automobile accident. He was 44. Brooks was a three-time All-Star, won an NBA championship with the Los Angeles Lakers in 2012, and captured an Olympic gold medal with Team USA in 2008. Since retiring in 2016, he had served as an analyst for ESPN. His final broadcast was the NBA Finals last month. Japanese singer and actress Yuki Tanaka died on July 29, 2026, at a Tokyo hospital following an undisclosed illness. She was 34. Tanaka first rose to fame as the lead vocalist of the idol group Prism Hearts, transitioned to acting in the hit remake of Tokyo Love Story, and voiced the protagonist in the stage adaptation of Spirited Away. Her last public project was a national advertising campaign for a skincare brand filmed in early June. Belgian master chocolatier and television host François Dubois died on July 23, 2026, in Brussels from complications following routine surgery. He was 76. Dubois became a household name through his BBC series Chocolate Dreams, earned a Michelin star for his dessert tasting menu at Le Cacao, and authored the best-selling cookbook Bittersweet. He filmed his final appearance as a judge on World Pastry Championship just 2 weeks before his passing. Serbian concert pianist Diana Kostic died on July 26, 2026, in Vienna from a brain aneurysm. She was 61. Kostic won the International Chopin Piano Competition at age 22, recorded the definitive cycle of Rachmaninoff concertos for Deutsche Grammophon, and served as a UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador for youth music education. Her final performance was a charity recital at the Musikverein on July 10. Comedian and actor Robert "Bobby" Hall died on July 27, 2026, in Los Angeles. Authorities attributed his death at age 58 to an accidental overdose. Hall was beloved for his HBO stand-up special Laugh Track, his recurring role as Uncle Richie on The King of Queens, and his popular podcast Bobby's World. He had been filming what would have been his first Netflix comedy special. Production was halted midway through shooting. British-Nigerian filmmaker Amara Okonkwo died on July 25, 2026, in a London hospital from complications of malaria. She was 45. Okonkwo burst onto the scene when her debut Lagos Calling won the Grand Jury Prize at Sundance, followed by the diaspora drama The Return and the critically acclaimed Brixton to Brooklyn. She was in post-production on her fourth feature, The Last Harvest, at the time of her death. Russian principal dancer Sergei Volkov died on July 24, 2026, in Moscow from AIDS-related complications. He was 52. Volkov was the Bolshoi Ballet's reigning male star in the 1990s, celebrated for his athletic performances in Swan Lake and Spartacus, and later served as artist-in-residence at the Royal Ballet. His final professional engagement was as a guest instructor at the Royal Ballet Academy this spring. American folk singer-songwriter Clara Whitmore died on July 28, 2026, at her home in the Hudson Valley from natural causes. She was 91. Whitmore's 1967 anthem, Blowin' Down the Road, became a folk standard. Her appearance at the 1965 Newport Folk Festival was widely bootlegged, and her confessional songwriting style was cited by Joni Mitchell as a primary influence. Her final album, Autumn Leaves, was released in 2023 to critical acclaim. Art Evans died on December 21, 2024, at the age of 82. He was best known for roles in Die Hard 2, A Soldier's Story, and Fright Night. His final credits included supporting film and television parts. Angus MacInnes died on December 23, 2024, at the age of 77. He was best known as Gold Leader in Star Wars: A New Hope, and for roles in Witness and Hellboy. His last work featured character appearances. Waymond Lee died on December 18, 2024, at the age of 72. He was best known for roles in Everything Everywhere All at Once and Workaholics. His final projects included independent film and comedy. Chris Christopherson died on September 28, 2024, at the age of 88. He was best known for A Star is Born, The Blade Trilogy, and Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. His later years focused on music and select film roles. Roger Corman died on May 9, 2024, at the age of 98. He was best known as a pioneering independent producer/director with acting cameos in many of his films, and for launching numerous Hollywood careers. His final contributions were producing and industry mentoring. Norman Jewison died on January 20, 2024, at the age of 97. He was best known as the director of In the Heat of the Night, Moonstruck, and Fiddler on the Roof, with occasional on-screen appearances. His last work involved film legacy projects. Robert Towne died on July 1, 2024, at the age of 89. He was best known as the screenwriter of Chinatown, The Last Detail, and Shampoo, with acting and directing credits. His final projects were writing-related. Jon Landau died on July 5, 2024, at the age of 63 from cancer. He was best known as the producer of Titanic and the Avatar films. His last major work was on the Avatar franchise. Yvonne Furneaux died on July 5, 2024, at the age of 98. She was best known for roles in La Dolce Vita, Repulsion, and The Mummy. Her later years were private. James B. Sikking died on July 13, 2024, at the age of 90. He was best known as Lieutenant Howard Hunter on Hill Street Blues, and for roles in Doogie Howser, M.D., and Star Trek III. His final credits included television guest spots. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, hit the subscribe button to receive more like it in the future.